Hi, my name is Rachel and welcome to my first video. I'm a huge book nerd, but I don't have a lot of money to spend, so I get most of my books from yard sales, estate sales, and of course the library. Now our library here where I live is very well funded, so I could probably get more than enough books to read everything I need to read from my local library, but I go to yard sales and estate sales and other things like that because I'm also work as a reseller. So I buy things at these sales and then I resell them online. So I'm already going to the sales and I will see good deals on books and I'll pick up ones, and I usually find some really interesting stuff. So today for my first video, I'm going to share some of those recent finds. So I was at this one yard sale where I didn't find anything to resell, but she had an amazing table full of tons and tons of boxes of books, and she was selling them for only 25 cents. So I couldn't resist picking up a few, and so I got a classic of Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. Now, I read a few of these tales in high school as part of an assignment, but I've never had the book, and I thought it'd be a good one to carry around with me and read a little bit at a time. I only read classics occasionally. It's not my main genre, but I do like to read especially English and Scottish classics. So I felt like this was a great opportunity for 25 cents to read this one. And also set in London, a modern classic that I can't believe I've never gotten around to reading is Brick Lane by Monica Ali. And so when I saw this one too, I was like, I have to get this one, and I'm looking forward to starting this one soon. And then the third one I picked up was, I didn't know anything much about it, but it's called Beneath the Abbey Wall by A.D. Scott, and I saw Tartan. And not only do I enjoy reading classics set in England and Scotland, I'm a huge fan of Britain, especially Scotland. It's my favorite country to visit. So I see Tartan and I think, oh, I want to check that out. So I'll just read a little bit of the back because I didn't really know anything about it, never heard of it before. And it says, on a dark, damp Sunday evening, a man taking a shortcut home sees a hand reaching out in supplication from a bundle of sacks. In an instant, he knows something terrifying has happened. And in the Highlands in the late 1950s, much of the local newspaper's success was due to Mrs. Smart, the no-nonsense office manager who kept everything and everyone in line. Her murder leaves her colleagues in shock and the Highland Gazette office in chaos. So there's a little bit more on the back here, but it sounds like they investigating in modern times this older case from the 1950s, and it's set in the Highlands. And since I love Scotland and I love the Highlands, I thought I'd give it a try, and I'm looking forward to starting this one soon as well. So at another yard sale, a non-book, I picked up something else I really enjoy is notebooks. I think all bookish people really like notebooks and like journaling. So whenever I see one that kind of fits my interests, I'll pick one up because I always want to be jotting down stuff, you know, making notes, writing things about everything. So I actually ended up buying a lot of, this person had souvenirs from a trip to, I think just London. They were all London-based things. There might have been some other English things, but they had these souvenirs, and they were like, yeah, I didn't really want these anymore. So it was like a pile, and they gave it all to me for $3. So everything else I put online to sell, which is what I do, but I couldn't resist. It's a small notebook, nothing too fancy and frilly. The paper's a bit thin, but this will be great for, I think maybe good for jotting down some notes about books I read. So if I talk about them in the future, I will have notes, because I don't know about you, but I tend to forget a lot about what I read. So maybe start taking notes so I can talk about them. Yeah, that's some of the recent stuff I got at a few yard sales, and in the future I'll share some library hauls and what I'm reading now and anything else you're interested in. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.